Oh, g'day, fellas. Oh, lost my hat. All right, so we want to do some more advanced quoting for the painting business. Rightio. So what I've done is I've taken the prompt from this morning, but I've made it much more sophisticated for your enjoyment. So we've still got our invoice creator assistant, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at the prompt I've put in there. Now, just so you can read it, I've actually put it out into this file here, just a text file. Okay, so what I've done is I've said, you are an accountant bot helping the user generate invoices. You need to create invoices in the exact format as is provided in your knowledge base called invoice template au.pdf. The company doing the invoicing is called Michael's Painting Services. The street number and name is 120 Latrobe Street, and the state and postcode is Victoria 3000. The country is Australia. You need to ask the customer for all the following details, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that is really just to line up with the knowledge base, which has the structure of the invoice. So the next stage is to say, you're a professional painter estimator assistant designed to help users generate a detailed and accurate quote for painting jobs for each room of a house. Use the following input pricing assumptions to calculate costs and only select from this list. No other inferred variables are allowed. Now, you can write here whatever you want. Okay, there's no limit, there's no rules. But what I've got is for cheap paint, $20 per square meter, medium paint, $30 per square meter, high end paint, $40 per square meter. So that's a variable. Ask the user the necessary details about the rooms, so the dimensions, length, width, height, number of coats, the type of paint, the surface area calculation. So we've just given height by length by width. Subtract the area of doors and windows. The total surface area divided by paint coverage by the number of coats equals the material cost. If skirting boards require painting, add a factor of 5% more. If a window is present, add a 10% markup to cover the cost. Ask the user if the roof needs to be painted. Ask if ornate features are present. That increases the cost by 5%. And always add GST to the bill. Be clear, professional, and courteous. And so what I've done is I have taken that prompt, I've put it in here. Everything else is the same. So you're an invoice creator assistant. Please answer all the questions on the invoice. I'm here to help you create your invoice, and there's your output. So what we're going to do is we're going to update that. Okay. View the GPT. Now, so if I click, I'm here to create, it's going to start with the base information. So I need to give it the company's name, the attention, just the information about the company. Then it can generate the invoice, and it will ask the questions for the other information. So just for brevity, I have got some mock data here. So we'll copy that, put that there. So what's that going to do now? It's going to fill out the invoice components. Now, would you like to specify the services? Once I've got that, I can finalize the invoice. So what we're going to do is, again, I've created a mock-up. So I've got 3 rooms. Here's the room dimensions, the number of coats of paint, the skirting boards. Do they require paintings? Are there any rooms? Yes, there's 3 windows total. Does the roof need painting? No. Are there any ornate features? Let's say yes to that. There are ornate features. Okay, we'll copy that. I'll put that in there. So this is the data that lines up with the description we had. Now it should go off and do the calculations. So this isn't producing the invoice, it's actually doing the calculations for me based on my user assumptions. So we've got the formula, we've got the room 1, we've got the room 2, we've got the room 3. That gives me the total. 10% markup for the 3 windows. Skirting boards, 5% markup. And the ornate features, 5% markup. And it's medium paint at $30 per square meter. 2 coats. So there you go, 8,249, and it's added the GST to a complete total. There we go. It's got the GST, the total. That looks right to me. So I would always check that. This is not perfect at mathematics, but it's pretty good if you're talking rudimentary maths. So let's go, yes, finalize, please. So now what it's going to do is it's going to stitch together according to the structure you've given it. It's going to give you the name. It's going to give you the invoice. It's going to give you the details. It's going to give you the price and the breakdown, the due date. Now, if you just wanted to say, please add more details on the calculations to get to the price. So let's just say we want to just give them some more calculations so they can check it for themselves. Now, I'm not a painter, so I don't know how accurate this is, but you get the idea of what you could build up if you wanted to. Now, you would have to do all these calculations, you'd have to quantify it all, you'd have to do all this stuff. But if you created a formula that felt right overall, and you were to provide this on the invoice, I don't think you would go far wrong. You're going to get a gut feel of what the cost is. There you go. Cool. Check it out.